Fine. Are we back? Yeah. Oh, wait. Mm. Whoa, fuck. What happened here? Dun, doo, 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 doo. I gotta do something with that. Oh, that's what I can do. Easy peasy. Nice that I'm doubling it with the saw, so I can cut away from the bass note to do a snare here. Yeah. Whoa. But I gotta get back to my tom instrument. Come here, Tom. Yeah. There we go. I just noticed that was the harmony. Wits. Right. And now back to our regularly scheduled program. Yeah, that works well. Whoa, hey. Man, I need to... Whoops. It's too loud. The counterpoint. I know I have the... Yeah, that worked in a different place. Let's just keep it. Ooh. That backbeat though. Whoops. Yeah. Ticka, boom, yeah, do. This song's almost done. Gonna bring it around again and loop it twice. Nah, it's not. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yep, nope. Nope. Yeah. I've got to put a heavy. Yeah, we have the snare in the middle of the cymbal, and it sounds like the cymbal keeps going even when the snare hits. See, check it out. See, it sounds like the crash cymbal rings out. Alright, I need to make the... Make all these... Cool. All right, let's listen to the intro here. There's some parts that I want to polish. I don't like the... Let's just keep that at A. Make this one an octave higher. All right, cool. Yeah, that's way better. Let's... I'm gonna make this double. And I'm gonna do it with the backbeat. Watch. All you have to do is just move this up by 1. And then this is easier to just do after fact. Whoops. Zero, 1, yes, very good. I need to make crash symbol, yes, good. Oh, come on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Dun, da, da, da. Yeah. And then this is where we have the siren going up, where it's like, check it out, where it's like, you ready? All right, I'm gonna do one of these. It's just the right tempo too. There's already a breakdown in what was it? In it's either Standard Ship or Iron Whale. I don't remember. Check it out. All right, enough of that. I'm not going to do that in this one though. I promise. Leech Yard. Yeah, you want to hear Iron Whale? I did all these on the stream, so it's public knowledge. All right, let me play Iron Whale for you. I'm gonna clear Lich Yard out of my head a little bit by playing some other stuff, and then I'll put the last finishing touches on it, then render it and deliver it right before your very eyes. All right, let's listen to something else. What else do you guys want to hear? All of the level tracks are here from every. So who hasn't been here and wants to hear something new? You can pick from any of these ones you see on the screen, and I'll play it. I need to clear my. It's like the slice of ginger that they give you at the sushi place. You got to clear your palate and then go back to the track you're just working on and hear it. Let's play Flying Machine. That's my favorite one of the new ones, I think. All right, let's do it. Hang on. I just noticed I deleted a note somewhere. That's why. It's not like that in the render. Oh, wait. Oh. Whoops. Wow. Oh, because it's on. Yeah. All right, better. Let's get it. All right. What else? What else? What else do you guys want to hear? There's all this new stuff. Hub, yeah, all right, oh, cool. So in any Shovel Knight game, you pretty much go back to the either the village or the underground lair. Well, there's a hub like that in this, and here's the music for it. So that's the hub world. All right, let's play Clockwork Tower because it was requested. Let's do it. So yeah, there's a whole bunch of new stuff. There's new versions of every single track. I mean, not every track in the soundtrack. I just mean every night level. They're in a different setting this time. So let's play Explodatorium. I like that one. All right, that's Explodatorium. All right, let's play the new Pridemore Keep. This is everyone in the office. All right, so story time. Everyone at the Yacht Club office goes to PAX or, various conventions and stuff. And so they're standing there at the booth with a demo of Shovel Knight. This is like before the game was out. And they were trying to sell the game, all over the country, all over the world. And so they would set up a booth at every convention and sit there with the Pridemore Keep demo playing. Y'all remember the Pridemore Keep demo, the original footage of Shovel Knight. It was just this yellow stage, and it had Pridemore Keep playing. And so And so they got sick of that track. Like everyone in the office is like, it's like a trigger for them at this point. So this was my FU to the entire team because they know every note of the original song, and I just changed it a little bit. I mean, I rewrote the track, but I did it sort of faithfully to the original, except for one major change, and that's this. All right, now for something a little more serious. Let me show you the intro, guys, because it's not really a spoiler, and I can't show you the ending. That's a little spoilery because it has some themes that very clearly indicate who's on screen, and that'll give away some of the plot. So, but the intro is just the generic like storybook slideshow, and I wrote this yesterday. So, and I scored it to the picture. Like I had a video of the intro, and I made sure that everything lined up timing-wise. And if it was too quiet, I'd have to slow it down and speed it back up again. So this is the brand new intro of the game. So yeah, that's a pretty emotional one. I think you very much enjoy the game. The story, if you thought the story of the original Shovel Knight or even Plague Knight were good, this one is it's a cut above the rest. It is quite good. All right, what should we play? Oh, we'll play the dance. This is a really happy one. I'm not going to tell you who dances at what point, and it's not Spectre Knight, but somebody will be dancing in this game, as, of course, it's a Shovel Knight game. You have to have a dance sequence. And this is the dance sequence. It's Mexican classical theme, so check it out. And then there's a sad version of this while you're exploring for a certain thing that's related for this. That's related to the what? Oh man. Yeah, this one is sad. This is wistful. Yeah, there's that one too. All right, let's listen to what we just wrote. Lichard. Okay, I know for a fact that the ending, it doesn't tie together properly. Let me just... You know what? Let's play it through and then I'll fix the ending. Remember where I doubled the last pattern? Da 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 da. Do, 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 do. You know, maybe... I don't know. Let's find out. I'm trying to think how it's going to sound. All right. Alright, cool. It loops nicely. And I can delete these patterns because they're empty. Oh, snap. I didn't use quite as many as I expected to, but that's good. Good that they're there. Alright, wait. It's rendering. I click my batch file, that's all I gotta do. It just renders it. Now I have stems. Each individual channel, pulse 1, pulse 2, triangle, noise. These are going to be written out as separate wave files, which I will then take into Cubase. And you can hear me work, but I can't show you the screen because it's a 4K display and I can't scale it down properly. I gotta come up with a solution for like screen regioning like that so that I can work on my main display. But I'll take it into SoundForge afterwards and you can see exactly how the song is finished. I'll loop and everything. Skillibee bop. Alright. Just one more. Oh, two more. It like types out the file name and everything. This is a batch script using AutoIt 3. Basically keyboard and mouse macros so that I don't have to do this by hand. Alright, all done. And so it's going to let's yard. Here they are. Okay. Mixing stems. Let's throw these in here. Whoo boy. Alright. Now I have those on my Mac because it's on the network. So I'm going to activate my other project here. Badoom. Now I'm going to go in and get the stems that I just rendered out. Mixing stems. Let's yard. There it is. And you guys will hear immediately what my mastering chain sounds like, because I'm going to mix this stuff automatically. I have a sound gooderizer, basically. Just a bunch of EQs and compressors and stuff that just make everything a little bit crisper and tied together. Nice. Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, home, work, shovel, stems, SOT. Dragging over. Dragging into Cubase now. Get out of here, window. Video window. Stalker. And in mere moments, you will hear the song that I just wrote sounding way better because it's mixed through my mixing chain. Yeah. Let me turn the volume down. No, I can do it on my side. Perfect. Excellent. All right, let's render it out and then put it back on the PC. Export audio, mic down, mic it down. Homework shuffle the mix downs. All right, SP Lich Yard. Yeah, the last one. Mono down mix. It's already mono, but Cubase will write out stereo if I don't tell it not to. 44.116. Estimated time remaining 58 seconds. Yeah. On the PC that's already up. Oh shit, wait, don't put the screen up just yet. There's a couple of things on here I kind of don't want everyone seeing the names of. Because they changed the name of like Boss Giga to who it is, to who it actually is. All right. Let's open up SoundForge here. In the meantime. So how's everyone doing at this beautiful 1:30 o'clock hour? Yeah, man. Yeah, that might be a record for the stage themes. Okay, so mix downs. Son of a, I didn't put it on the network. Hang on. Shuffle. Mix downs. Oh god, I gotta write another song after this. Holy crap. Lich Yard. Done. Okay. Now. Now drag this into SoundForge. Woo. That's a loud file. Hey, it would be cool if the sound wasn't coming out of my monitor. Ooh, gross. Monitor sound. That sounds like butt. It's playing too loud for the monitors. Alright, preferences, audio, Microsoft Sound Mapper. Get this defaulted to... much better. Just gotta find the point here where it loops most cleanly. We'll pop this out of... There isn't a convenient zero crossing. That's good enough. It's just a square. It's just a square of blue. Right here. Yeah, it's the exact same sample. Great. So now I loop it. Loops perfectly. Wonderful. Now it's done. Okay. Family out, mix downs. Oh wait. Yeah, don't look at the screen right now. Don't read the things on there. Unless you want to know who some characters are. Thank you, Ben. All I can tell you is the story of this game is going to be awesome. You're going to really like it. All right. Mint Potion Music Team, Shovel Knight, deliverables. Deliverables, you guys. It's delivered. I'm going to deliver it right now. All right. Here we go. Spectre 03. Mix downs. Lich Yard. Where is it? There it is. Dropbox. All right. Lich Yard. In the Lich Yard. Copy Dropbox. Yeah, who cares? I mean, the game's going to be out pretty soon anyway, so. Yeah. All right, copied the link. Going over to my email. Oh, yeah. Lich Yard. Okay, cool. It is delivered to Yacht Club. Boom! Start to finish to delivery, and I don't know how many hours. It was a bunch. It was a while. Man, 2 months is gonna go by like nothing. And that's the last main track. There's one other battle track that I'm gonna have to write off camera really quick. It's not gonna have to be too long, but it's more work that I gotta do before I can go home tonight. But then I get to sleep late. Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's the redemption track, and also the transform theme needs a. So I need to do a version of that that's for the other transformation sequence, but I have to do that one off camera because it has a character theme in it that's really specific. But yeah, we're done. Otherwise, I'm trying to look through this and see if there's anything that I need to. The classic level. Let's play that one. This is a way more Castlevania-y kind of theme. But this is like a Wily level basically. You know, the tower levels. Check it out. I like that track. That's one of my favorite ones from this. All right. What else? What else? What else? What else? All right. I think I'm gonna call it. I think I'm gonna go work on that last boss battle that I gotta turn in. But yeah, we got all these. We got all these finished. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. It's been so much work. It's been literally months. I've been streaming this stuff with my team here. It's finally over. I'm seeing the cutscene from the end of Castlevania 2 play in my head. Do 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 da da da. You know when you're standing next to the gravestone? It's like, but his journey is not yet complete. Guys, I'm tired. I'm gonna go take a break for a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back and finish this last delivery, and should be out of here in a couple of hours, a few hours maybe. Hopefully before 5 or 6 in the morning. Nugget's still got a few hours in his meter before I got to take him out again. So, yeah, I'm gonna go take a break. So thank you so much for being here with me through this. I'm gonna keep streaming. I'm gonna have like a billion other game projects to do, and a couple of them are pretty exciting. Actually, they're all pretty exciting, but some of them are super exciting. And there's more Shovel Knight to do as well. So make sure to follow us on Twitch, and if you're not already, and follow us on Twitter as well, Mint Potion TV. And keep watching us. We're gonna keep doing this as much as I can stream. Whoa, crap! As close as I can get to streaming everything that I work on. I'm gonna try to do that, because I think the best way to teach is just to do it and let people watch, and explain what you're doing along the way. This got a little hairy, and I wasn't doing so much explanation of what I'm doing. But we also have classes. We have like all kinds of demonstrations and technique master classes and stuff. We have a drummer who comes in and shreds and tells you what he's doing, tells war stories and stuff. So yeah, I had a whole lot of fun. So thanks again, and I'll see you in a few days when we stream the next thing. Maybe we'll stream a Shovel Knight arrangement, like studio production. But we have a whole studio here ready to go. So, man, is my zipper down? No, it isn't. All right. Yeah. So thanks again for coming by, guys, and I will see you again real soon. Peace out.